Hey guys, this week for Weapons Wednesday, we're looking at some of the most unusual weapons we recently added to the KarateMart.com website. But before we begin, if you just like this video and subscribe to our channel, that would be awesome. So last week, I showed you guys some of the newest weapons we recently added to the KarateMart.com website. And then I asked you to go to the community tab and vote for which one you like best. And there were some really cool weapons too, but you guys went to the community tab and voted for the Dark Battle Pike. Excellent choice, guys. I absolutely love how unique and creative this weapon is, so awesome job. Now this week, Amanda's actually not feeling well, so I asked Mel to go back into the warehouse and look for some of the most unusual weapons she could find. So at the end of this video, make sure you guys go to the community tab and vote for which one you like best. And as always, there's links in the description of the video so you can find out more information on each of these products. So without further ado, Mel, what is our very first item this week? Awesome, thank you so much. And our very first item is the Covert Assassin Stinger Knives. Awesome, awesome. I actually saw these guys come in and I absolutely love them, but one thing I do want to mention is that these are only available on combative.com. But let's take a closer look at them. So first off, we can see that they come with this really nice heavy-duty nylon sheath, and it's got a belt loop on there, so we could hang it from the side of our body if we wanted to, but I want to see the blades themselves. So let's go ahead and open this up and check out the blades. So I love these things because it actually comes with two different blades here, and they both have a different blade shape to them. We can see that this one is actually a more modified tanto style blade, and this one is actually more of a clip point style blade. Now, the manufacturer mentioned to me that he actually designed these to be throwing knives, so I think they're going to be great throwing knives, but personally, I see these as more tactical knives. So, I mean, look at this. Think how cool this is. Like, if we were to use these as tactical knives, I feel like I'm kind of a Bond villain here. Or, if we went from the side, I'm almost like a praying mantis. All right, so if we take a closer look at one of them, we can see that they're made from one solid piece of 440 stainless steel with a black finish. And then we can also see that they've added this venting to the handle of the blade. And what that does is it gives it a nice aesthetic look. But then also, if we're considering these to be throwing knives, you can tell that they added those holes on there just to make it balance properly on our fingers. But let's try a couple different grips with these. So first off, in forward grip, if I put my pinky into the ring on the pommel, I actually have really good control because I've got this jimping up here on the thumb rise that allows me to have excellent control with the blade of this knife. But then if we throw it into reverse grip, the ring on the pommel has these two flat spots on there. So in reverse grip, I've got really good control there, but if we throw it into extended grip, I've got this other flat spot here that gives me good control in extended grip. But I need to test them out a little bit. So let's go ahead and first start by testing out this tanto style blade tipped one. I'm going to throw it in forward grip and try actually sticking it down here. Okay, it stuck nicely in the Wing Chun dummy. It felt comfortable in my hand. I think that's a pretty darn sweet knife. Now these things are very light though. They only weigh about 3.2 ounces each, but I want to go ahead and test out this clip point blade. So let's go ahead and throw that in reverse grip and just try stabbing with that. Oh yeah, that sticks in there really, really nicely. The blade tip looks great. I'm going to go ahead and try slicing with it a little bit and just see how well the blade holds up. Oh yeah, you can see it's just peeling that off, and that's because this blade is actually really, really sharp. Now the total length of both of these knives is approximately 9 inches, and the blade length for both the knives is approximately 4.5 inches each. But once again, they are only available on combative.com. But that's about all I have to say about these, so I'm going to go ahead and put these away, and let's move on to our next weapon. All right, Mel, what is our next weapon today?
There you go.
Awesome, awesome, thank you. All right, and our next weapon is the self-defense hammer spray. Awesome, awesome. This one's actually really exciting for me to show off because as many of you know, I've been scouring the country, searching for different manufacturers that actually produce their stuff in America. And recently I came across this company called Hammer Spray that developed this really intuitive idea. So let's go ahead and check this out. So first off, we can see that these come with a really nice nylon sheath with a belt loop on the side, so we could hang them from the side of our body if we wanted to. But I want to see the weapon itself. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. And look at that. So first off, we can see that the spiked Kubotan was machined in America out of military-grade aluminum. And then it has this really nice black finish to it. And then I've got another one here that has this really cool metallic red finish to it. And one of the other things I noticed about these is they've added these little grooves to the end of the spike that will allow you to collect DNA from your attacker, which will actually really help out during a police investigation. Now, if we take a closer look at the pepper spray, we can see that it is a 0.5 ounce bottle of pepper spray. And one of the things I was kind of curious about is if we use the pepper spray, are we going to be able to replace it? And sure enough, we can actually pull this out and replace the bottle of pepper spray so that we can always use this again in the future. Now, the pepper spray they chose for this is actually an extremely strong pepper spray that's known for being 46% hotter and more effective than many other brands of pepper spray. And it can incapacitate your attacker for up to 45 minutes. It also contains that UV marking dye that will help the authorities to identify your attacker. But I want to test this out a little bit. So first off, let's try testing out the tip and see if it will hold up well against the Wing Chun dummy. So let's start with a little bit of a side strike. Okay, I hit that thing pretty hard, and there is no damage to that tip at all. And one of the things I love so much about this is it is a fist-loaded weapon as well, so it gives me additional strength to my punch. So I'm just going to try that against the Wing Chun dummy as well. Oh yeah, that actually felt really strong. It felt like my fist had more strength to it, but I want to get a female's opinion on this, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Mel, and then you can give us your perspective on this weapon.
Yeah. Hi guys. Well, great. So it's really lightweight. So I'm a runner, and I would really enjoy having something like this, just that's easy to hold in your hand as well as just bobbing along.
Oh yeah, and I noticed the wrist strap too. That's nice to see.
Yeah, so extra protection if you're just carrying it around. Again, just at the ready. The pepper spray does lock, so that way I wouldn't be accidentally spraying myself or anyone else. I like the deep ridges that it has. It's also very smooth. I'm also an avid outdoors person, so I would definitely take something like this along to defend against wild animals or wild people or whatever else is on there. So.
Well, would you mind testing it out on the Wing Chun dummy just a little bit, just to see how it works in your hands?
Okay, let's see. Oh, it's very, very solid. So the total length is about 6 1/4 inches long. The weight is 4.4 ounces with a full bottle in it.
Well, thank you so much, Mel. I really do appreciate it. I think this is an amazing weapon. I love the fact that it is both a longer range weapon and a short range weapon, so I think this is just going to be awesome for our customers. But that's about all we have to say about this, so I'm going to go ahead and put this away, and let's move on to our next weapon. All right, Melanie, what is our very next weapon? Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, nice, nice. All right, and our very next weapon is the Black Ops Trench Cleaver. Oh, wow. This thing is almost identical to that Black Ops Trench knife I showed you guys a few weeks ago, but clearly there's some differences to it. So let's take a closer look at this. First off, this comes with a really nice heavy-duty nylon sheath, and the thing I like about this sheath is it's actually got this kind of Velcro belt loop back here. But I want to see the blade itself, so let's go ahead and open this up. Check this out. All right, so clearly this is a little bit different than that trench knife I showed you a few weeks ago. We've got more of a cleaver style blade to it, which actually kind of reminds me of a sheep's foot blade a little bit. But the thing I like about this style of blade is it's got a very sharp tip to it because of the angle of this little point there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this little piece of fabric here, which is one of our old blue karate jackets, hang it on the Wing Chun dummy. So let's just go ahead and see how well this cuts through that. Okay, so as you can see, it just sliced through that fabric like nothing, but let's take a closer look at the blade. So the blade is made from a 1065 high carbon steel with a black finish. Now 1065 high carbon steel is known for being a very tough steel with good wear resistance and is very easy to sharpen. And we can also tell that the blade goes full tang all the way through the handle. Now we can see that the handle is made from a very durable, heavy cast metal. And then it's got this thermoplastic palm grip on there that's going to help with shock absorption. So if I'm going to go ahead and punch with this thing, I think it's going to be fairly comfortable. Let's go ahead and test that out. Oh yeah, I mean that actually feels really comfortable on my hand when I'm punching with it. Now we also have this heavy-duty pommel spike at the end of the knife, so that would make an excellent weapon as well. Now the overall length of this knife is approximately 13 inches, the blade length is approximately 6 3/4 inches, and the total weight is about 1 pound, 6.3 ounces. But one other thing I really want to mention about this is it's very important to check your local laws, because the laws are very strict when it comes to trench knives. But that's about all I have to say about this, so I'm going to go ahead and put this away, and let's move on to our next weapon. All right, Melanie, what is the last weapon today? Awesome, awesome, thank you. A nice big one to end this out. All right, let's see what this is. What the heck is this? All right, and our last weapon today is the Steampunk Gun Blade. Okay. What the heck is this? This is definitely more of a mall ninja item, possibly a wall hanger, but I'm not going to judge it too soon. Let's actually open this up and check it out. So first off, we can see that this comes with a fairly heavy-duty nylon sheath with a belt loop on it, so we could hang it from the side of our body if we wanted to. I mean, look at that. And then we also have a shoulder strap on here, so we could hang it from our back. But let's check out the weapon here and just see what it looks like. Come on, guys. This is ridiculous. All right, so definitely a mall ninja wall hanger type item, but this could be kind of cool to hang on your wall, maybe in your office. That could be intimidating. It's kind of cool. So the revolver here looks like it's made from some sort of cast metal. Doesn't seem overly durable though to me, but I guess one thing that's kind of cool about it is the cylinder spins, and then you can actually pull the trigger a little bit and that moves. But the thing I don't like the most about this is the grip. Listen to that. That appears to be made out of some sort of plastic, so that's not going to hold up very well for us. And then we can also see that the blade doesn't seem to be full tang. I mean, look at this. Look how the blade kind of connects into the barrel of the gun, going through the cylinder of the gun and then kind of connecting down here. But honestly, we need to test that out because I want to see how well this thing's going to hold up. So the blade itself is made from a stainless steel, but one thing that's kind of cool is it has this kind of steampunk finish to it, which just gives it kind of a unique and interesting look. Now the blade itself is fairly sharp. The tip is kind of sharp. The serrated section is definitely sharp. So let's actually first try just sawing the wing chun dummy with that a little bit. Okay, so that actually saws really nicely. Now the overall length of this is approximately 27 inches and the blade length is approximately 18 inches and the total weight is about 1 pound, 13 ounces. But let's go ahead and test this out because I want to see how quickly this thing is going to break on us. I'm going to go ahead and throw on some safety glasses though, because I'm a little bit concerned this blade is going to break off and hit me, and I want to be as safe as possible. So first, let's just try stabbing with it because I want to see if this little grip right here is going to break off during some stabbing. So, okay, I mean, that's in there really nice and tight. Tip still looks pretty good. Let's try slicing with this thing. And the problem is I don't know where to hold this. I mean, when I'm slicing, am I supposed to be holding onto the grip of the gun? Or am I supposed to be kind of pulling my hand up and putting it over the cylinder and chopping like that? I mean, that's not comfortable either. So I'm gonna guess that I'm supposed to hold it on the grip of the gun. So let's try slicing with that. Okay, I mean, it seems to be holding up okay. Oh. Okay, so the grip just broke off on me, which is what I was concerned about because this is definitely plastic. You can see that there. But the cast metal's holding up okay. So, I mean, We're gonna sell this, but be aware that if you're gonna buy something like this, this is going to be strictly for cosplay. This is gonna be strictly for hanging on your wall. This is not gonna protect you in some sort of defensive situation, but there's really nothing more to say about this, so I'm gonna put it away, but I'm very curious to see what you guys think. So make sure you guys go to the community tab and vote for which weapon you liked best this week. If you have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to our channel, and check out KarateMart.com because we've got all sorts of awesome and unusual weapons on there right now. But until next week, we'll see you Weapons Wednesday.